Gamerz presents the 10 new MMORPGs coming in 2021 and beyond, all arranged by release dates. Before starting video, make sure to subscribe my channel. Number 1. Ashes of Creation. The MMORPG is a hard genre to get right, and that's what Ashes of Creation hopes to achieve. Conceived entirely to answer to the genre's shortcomings, Intrepid Studios offers a dynamic universe where players themselves create the history of the game's world, carve communities out of their nodes, and together, they'll create the world out of their interactions, boasting housing and massive siege battles. It's been compared to games like Rust and Ark Survival Evolved. It's pretty ambitious on paper, and it might just revolutionize the genre itself. Pre-order the game right now, and you'll get access to their current test phases. It's scheduled to release in 2021. Number 2. Crimson Desert. Black Desert Online has been one of the most mainstream MMO titles out there, and it looks like Pearl Abyss is out to create another equally exciting game. With totally new stories and settings, Crimson Desert will be its own narrative-focused game. A medieval fantasy, lead your own group of mercenaries and navigate the war-torn world of Hightail. The single-player campaign is convincing enough, but it will also include MMORPG elements, like PvP. What started out as a prequel to video has taken on a more original direction, and the Gaelic storyline is looking gorgeous. The details are sparse, but it's set to release on the PC in 2021. Number 3. Madworld. A lot of MMORPGs go for the 3D open-world environments. However, developers Jamdisoft presents immersion with their 2D world. Visually, it looks pretty lightweight, but underneath the gritty art, there's a lot of MMORPG elements at play. Combat is not the main focus of Madworld. Instead, it's creating an emotional experience using MMO elements that we're already familiar with. There are no classes here, but you'll be fighting epic bosses with weapon-based combat in their extensive skill trees. All that alongside the standard PvPs, guilds, and more. They're still looking to make good on a 2020 release, but 2021 may be a safer bet for the PC and mobile title. Number 4. Profane. Considering itself a true MMORPG, Profane takes its players into their dynamic 3D world in a medieval fantasy setting. It allows you to fully immerse into your chosen roles as it brings open-world PvP with a full loot system and no safe zones. You'll have to find your own way to survive, strengthen your characters, form alliances, or settle into the quiet of your own territory. There's no classes and no leveling system, only an emergent sandbox experience where players themselves decide how to run the place. It's been compared to the likes Rust and Albion. Currently in its alpha stage, there might still be more changes to come. No release date yet. Number 5. Hightail. Developed by the same people from the Minecraft multiplayer server, Hightail is well on its way to be the venue for fans of online voxel sandbox. With no word on classes, players will seem to be able to take up whatever arms or tools are on offer in their randomly generated world. Aside from competitive and community features, its powerful tools will also allow creative players to express themselves or add to the world itself. With backing from Riot, Hightail Studios has expanded their development, and we'll get to see the final product on the PC sometime in 2021. Number 6. Guild Wars 2. End of Dragons. This may only be an expansion, but it's big news for fans of ArenaNet's long-running MMO. To celebrate their 8th year anniversary, they've announced the coming of this third expansion. It whisks us back to the land of Kanda, and it features Kanavang from the Old Factions campaign. The teaser suggests a story involving the balance between mortals and the Elder Dragons, with the last expansion adding mounts to the world. Players are expecting new mechanics to be added in the next one. It's set to release in 2021. Number 7. Blue Protocol. Set on a planet once ruled by a mysterious light but is now in ruins, Bandai Namco's upcoming RPG challenges players to save the world from devastation. The trailers look like an anime come to life. The landscapes look detailed, and it comes alive as characters battle against gigantic monsters. Currently there are 4 classes to choose from: fighters, strikers, archers, and spellcasters, with more coming soon. Developed by teams who worked on Tales and Tekken, the combat already seems promising enough. It's slated for a Japan release early 2021, but an English localization is already on the horizon. Number 8. Crowfall. Just the kind of game that will interest siege and fort defense fans. Crowfall mixes elements of survival and strategy games and political sims with the open-world feel of MMOs. Unlike most MMOs, the game will have campaigns where you play as one of 3 factions all vying for territory. There's 11 classes and 12 races on offer. Their combinations, limited according to the lore. On top of usual character, skill tree leveling, it also has passive skill training like EVE Online. However, it will occur on the account level, allowing you to level up all your characters. You can compete with hundreds of thousands in their ongoing beta signups, but unfortunately there's no release date yet. Number 9. Temtem. While our fave Pokemon will remain exclusively under Nintendo, Temtem gives us a glimpse of the creature collecting with a multiplayer twist. Not only do we get to roam around a bustling world full of adorable monsters, we'll also find a whole lot of trainers to compete and trade with. Choose one of 3 starter creatures and venture around the airborne archipelago. With 6 islands, the world is full of varying sceneries as well as up to 12 different types of Temtem. At its current stage, it doesn't have all of its MMO features yet. However, with the familiar RPG groundwork in place, there's no doubt it'll make it to their 2021 schedule. Number 10. New World. As a game from the retail giant Amazon, this upcoming MMORPG will probably be on many people's radar. New World pulls you into the eternal Isle of Eternum where the evil corrupted will force you to take up arms to save the world. Interestingly enough, the game doesn't have any classes to speak of. Instead, you get free reins to level up your base attributes as well as your weapon masteries. So far, the previews have shown off its Souls-inspired combat. Reviewers have found the game a little too small and sparse than promised, but still in its alpha testing stage. More changes will be expected to come up. It's set to release on the PC in spring 2021.